everyone. My name is Jake.
I'm Nicolette.
And today we're going to be talking about intellectual disabilities. So what is intellectual disability? It's a disability characterized by significant limitations in intellectual functioning and adaptive behavior. Intellectual functioning includes general mental capacity, such as learning, reasoning, and problem solving, while adaptive behavior is a collection of conceptual, social, and practical skills that are learned and performed by people in their everyday lives. Approximately 1.5% to 2.5% of the U.S. population has an intellectual disability.
With a lot of other disabilities, there's a spectrum from mild to severe, and that's no different with intellectual disability. The mild cases make up 85% of all the intellectual disability cases. And with mild, they can achieve some academic success and are mostly self-sufficient with limited support, and they can live independently within their community. Moderate makes up 10% of all intellectual disabilities. With that, they need support for social interactions and decisions, and to have adequate communication skills. They can perform most independent skills with a little bit of extended support, and they can be employed with the support of others. Severe accounts for 4%, and they need daily assistance with self-help skills. They require safety supervision and need support housing. They have very basic communication skills. With profound, they are 100% dependent on others 24 hours a day, and they have severe physical and sensory limitations, and that's 2% of all cases. Causes. 2/3 of all intellectual disability causes are unknown. Some of the causes are prenatal, perinatal, and postnatal. One of the biggest causes is chromosomal, and with that, the leading cause is Down syndrome. That accounts for 95% of all chromosomal causes, and that is due to an extra chromosome. There's also genetic effects. There's prematurity, low birth weight, preeclampsia, malnutrition, environmental deprivation, head injuries, and then inadequate early intervention or special education services. Some teaching tips are to keep everything short and concrete and to the point. So giving short verbal instructions, focusing on just a couple of the key teaching cues, and then accompanying that with visuals and demonstrations. Using data to measure progress for students, and then task analysis, breaking down more complex skills into simple sequential tasks that they can do to master the skill before learning the whole skill in itself. And then with a lot of other disabilities, having consistency and predictability within the class is really important, so that establishing routines so the student knows what to expect when they come to class. And then also allowing them to make their own choices and take accountability for their learning. Some instructional strategies would be stations, where students can work independently on skills, and also breaks the learning environment into a smaller environment for the student, so that provides less distractions for them. And then they can work with peers in small groups to work on their social skills, or they can work independently on one specific task. And then peer instruction is just a great way to improve their social skills with others, and this can help work one-on-one to improve certain skills. Community-based instruction is a way so that students can see how skills are done within the community, and it can provide them with real-world experiences and more authentic experiences. And then partial participation would just be modifying gameplay, such as maybe allowing the student to travel during a basketball game so that they can participate with other students. One important thing is to focus on fitness concepts so that they can maintain a healthy lifestyle after school, and then also transitional activities, transitioning from school to the real world so that they can live and work more independently in society.
So safety considerations include students not understanding instructions. We need to ensure that students comprehend the instructions before we let them go accomplish a task. Having some teacher oversight is also helpful in accomplishing this. We need to watch for students being easily overheated or overcooled due to a lack of maintaining their thermal equilibrium. Persistent postural abnormalities can lead to reduced balance. So, because of this reduced balance and musculoskeletal difficulties and balances, they have an increased chance of falling and of chronic pain. And they also have a higher risk of falling because of the signs we need to look for. These signs include like a protruding abdomen, externally rotating legs, and the student using a wide base of support while walking and running. Last thing we need to watch out for, and this is extremely important for students with Down syndrome, and atlantoaxial instability. While not every student with Down syndrome will have AAI, it's important that we don't allow them to have any impact to their head or their neck. Exercise intensity should be between 60 to 80% of maximum functional capacity. For our modifications, this way students don't get discouraged and they don't overly strain their muscles. Exercise should be supervised because this will ensure proper form as well as the safety of the individual student, especially if they have questions or concerns. We should provide a longer training duration. This will allow more time for goals to be reached, as well as more potential repetitions for the student to experience personal success. We should strength train using machines versus free weights. This may have important results regarding individual productivity and can lead to greater independence. We need to use visuals for this because a lot of people, not just students with disabilities, learn best visually. We can also provide a player coach for direct instruction and verbal encouragement. The player coach can provide the student with direct instruction and verbal encouragement to keep the student going and to provide positive experiences. We can also modify the game rules for students to experience success. That way not everybody is overly challenged and can accomplish the task. Some common misunderstandings we'd like to clear up. So intellectual disabilities are not an unalterable fixed condition. Cognitive, psychomotor, and affective processes are dynamic processes that can be stimulated throughout life and are not due to a disability. There is a spectrum of severity of intellectual disabilities, so mild, moderate, severe, and profound, as we stated earlier. Students who have intellectual disabilities can function in society, as 85% of students with intellectual disabilities aren't fall into that mild, so 85% of them do. There are several causes of intellectual disabilities that are not just genetically based.
And that's all we have. Come to class on Thursday thinking about what it would look like and feel like to have an intellectual disability.